never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
On first down, it's Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. In for the score. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And just shedding him off there. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Garoppolo now. Over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
12. 21.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Not quite enough leg. This one was on target, but it needed a little more behind it. And by about the width of a football, this will stay a tie ball game.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Now let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Floating one, incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect in setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Back to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Kill. I got you.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw is Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
that's caught inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Gone, 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 gone. Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back here right after this. Garoppolo on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Ryan Allen now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. A deep ball for Gurley. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this one is incomplete. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
21.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Black 80! With 80!
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Black 80! With 80! White! Black!
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is fun.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again they run with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that, Dave? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And now running right through it. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the first down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around it. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Woo! You got him! You got him! You got him! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go!
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Green 39! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fighting it off. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Four down, check. Four down. Go ahead.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter.
By 20! 12, fellas, here we go.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12.
13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
11. Like 20. 20. Check 26. Check 26.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up in it. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spinning past him. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Woods, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And on the ground they go with a running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now Garoppolo. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll drop to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They come out here, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check. Presto. Watch it now, Barney.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Scared. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They run once more with McKinnon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.